There is a cruelty in the human eye that no one admits to, a silent biological instinct that fires in less than a second. Before you speak, before you shake a hand, before you offer value, you have already been judged. If you look weak, you are treated as prey. If you look poor, you are treated as invisible. It does not matter how brilliant your mind is. It does not matter how pure your heart is. If your appearance signals lack, the world will conspire to keep you in lack. Machiavelli understood this 500 years ago. He warned that the vulgar crowd is always deceived by appearances, and that the world is made mostly of the vulgar. You have felt this. You walk into a room and feel the temperature drop. You see eyes slide over you as if you were furniture. You watch lesser men, foolish men, corrupt men receive opportunities simply because they looked like they belonged, while you were left standing at the gate. This is not bad luck. This is the brutal geometry of perception. And until you master it, everything will work against you. Most people believe poverty is a financial condition. They are wrong. To the human animal, poverty is a scent, a signal of vulnerability, and nature despises vulnerability. When you look poor, and I do not mean ragged, I mean diminished, you trigger a predatory response. You invite people to cheat you. You invite them to ignore you. You invite the world to offer you scraps. But there is a way to hack this mechanism, a way to signal power before you possess it, a way to force the world to treat you like a king, even when your pockets are empty. Machiavelli called it the mask of the prince, the art of weaponizing appearance so reality bends to match perception. But before you wear the mask, you must understand the mistake you are making right now, the invisible signal you broadcast every time you step outside, a signal that tells the world, I am of no value. You can step on me. Once you stop sending this signal, the war changes. Resistance fades. But first, we must understand why the world punishes the look of poverty so violently. The world is not fair, it is efficient. And the human brain is the most efficient machine ever built. It does not want to work. It does not want to dig through the mud of your appearance to find the gold of your character. It wants shortcuts. Appearance is that shortcut. When you present yourself slumped, unkempt, apologetic, you hand the world a verdict against you. You say, I have already given up. You should too. People do not despise the poor because they lack money. They despise poverty because it reminds them of failure. It reminds them of impotence, of bad fortune. And humans, deeply superstitious creatures, run from bad fortune. Machiavelli said men judge more by the eye than by the hand. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Very few ever feel what you truly are. Think of the last man you saw with hunched shoulders, stained clothes, eyes down. Did you wonder about his philosophy? Did you imagine he might be a genius? No. You labeled him instantly, a void, broken, loser. You did it without malice. You did it to conserve energy. Now imagine that man is you, because often it is. We lie to ourselves to sleep at night. I'm authentic. I don't care what people think. I dress for comfort. This is the language of the victim. Comfort is the enemy of power. Authenticity without authority is just noise. When you look poor, you have stripped yourself of armor. You have walked onto a battlefield naked. And in war, the naked are not pitied. They are slaughtered. Consider the horn effect, the dark twin of the halo effect. One negative trait and the mind assumes the rest. Cracked shoes, you must be lazy. Slouched posture, you must be incompetent. Unkempt appearance, you must be dishonest. Discipline is visible. If you cannot govern your appearance, why would anyone believe you can govern a business? To neglect your image is to slander your own soul. You are telling a lie about yourself, and the world, being cruel and literal, believes it. Here is the paradox of resources. Money flows to those who look like they don't need it. Walk into a bank dressed in desperation, smell of need, speak with a trembling voice. The vault closes. Now send another man, just as desperate, but dressed with precision, calm, groomed, unrushed. He does not beg, he proposes. The vault opens. Why? Because humans associate wealth with competence and poverty with risk. If you look like you need help, you rarely get it. If you look like you provide value, resources chase you. This is why fake it till you make it is not vanity, it is survival. To look poor is to signal cost. To look rich is to signal investment. No one wants a cost, everyone wants an investment. Appearance is insurance for decision makers. If you look impeccable and fail, they are forgiven. He looked the part, they say. If you look sloppy and fail, they are blamed for trusting you. So by looking the part, you reduce the risk of betting on you. Refusing to play this game is not authenticity, it is arrogance. The world owes you nothing. Machiavelli advised the prince to simulate and dissimulate, to hide weakness and project what the moment demands. If you are hungry, look full. If you are anxious, look bored. If you are poor, look incognito. Because the moment they smell need, the sharks circle. Dominance hierarchies are biological. Wolves, chimps, humans. A limping animal triggers instinct, not compassion. Human society is the sanitized version of this violence. We don't tear throats with teeth, we do it with contracts, ridicule, exclusion. When you look poor, you are limping. You signal you have no allies, no resources, no retaliation. So you are exploited. Appearance is armor. It creates hesitation, and hesitation is power. You may call this unfair. You can argue with gravity as you fall off a cliff. Machiavelli did not describe the world as it should be, but as it is. And in this world, the man without armor dies. Appearance gets you access. Character earns retention. Your interior is the product. Your exterior is the marketing. Marketing is not deception. It is respect for value. If you truly value yourself, why house your soul in a ruin? The world mirrors self-respect. Treat yourself like a discount item, and the world bargains with you. Treat yourself like a rare artifact, and the world hesitates. There is power in sharpening the exterior. Stand straighter, dress cleaner, move deliberately. Watch your thoughts change. Confidence follows behavior, not the other way around. You are casting yourself every morning. Extra or protagonist? Victim or threat? It goes deeper than clothes. The eyes. The poverty gaze apologizes for existing, breaks eye contact, shrinks. A king in rags still looks royal. A beggar in silk still looks poor. Abundance is calm. Power is stillness. Silence signals wealth. Noise signals scarcity. The poor man over-explains, complains, reveals everything. Power speaks last, or not at all. Silence lets others project strength onto you. Digital presence obeys the same law. Scarcity creates value. Post less, speak less, mean more. Looking wealthy is not about brands, it is about maintenance. Clean, pressed, controlled. Discipline costs nothing. Fix broken things or hide them. Do not live among decay. Curate your environment, your companions, your optics. You are judged by who surrounds you. If you walk with hyenas, no one mistakes you for a lion. This is not cruelty, this is effectiveness. When you remove signals of poverty, something changes. You stop being poor. Not by magic, by mechanics.
Respect creates opportunity. Opportunity creates resources. The mask summons the face. You see a contender, so you act like one, and the world, hungry for certainty, bows. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few ever feel who you truly are. So give them a vision of greatness. Wear the crown before the gold arrives, because the gold follows the king. The judgment is constant, victim or master. You now know the law. Execution is where most fail. Some techniques are too dangerous to share publicly. What you saw here is only the surface. If you're still here, you're not like most. Subscribe. But if you want what's hidden, click join and step into the architect level. Most won't. That's the point.